Apocalypse. Let's see how this plays out.
Okay, we got the double axe coming up from TM and Zapapy. On the other side, Teoxys and Lil Mevv are running that double Street Fighter double gauntlets in particular.
I mean, yeah, the Street Fighters, they've definitely been really, really solid here, too. I mean, they're all really good champions as well. So, like, it definitely works out for the long run here. But as we can see, things get started. We get our first little bit of offstage action here. But that was a huge charge on that SIG, and you went the wrong way with it.
Yeah, he charged that for so long, and yet the punish on it was really soft. I think TM was the one who was like, oh, I got to get up there and actually do something, because Zapapy just trying to avoid it. But a nice ground pound from Teoxys will give them the initial stock, taking out Zapapy on the left side.
I wonder if that's just one of those situations where, like, you're just like, I can't believe this is happening right in front of me. How do I maximize this? And you're just thinking about it so much that you end up just getting barely anything out of it. But man, stocks flying all over the place right now, as Teoxys the only one holding on to the stock, and the blue team is doing pretty well. But off stage, ooh, could have had a huge play there, but we do see TM kind of battle their way back using that hammer.
There was a really good save from Teoxys down on the bottom side, where they went down there, hit that recovery, and tried to save Lil Mevv a little bit, but Zapapy was there for the cover. Currently, everybody on second stocks, but TM's really been taking a bunch of damage, but his hammer's starting to come alive.
Okay, and let's see how that hammer can really come into play here. Again, that SIG is always going to kill me now just because of how long he charged it up earlier. But another stock gone, man. And like, what, we're only a minute and a half into this, and you're already on your last stock? That blue team's cooking.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that down signature took him out, too, because that was slide charge. I don't think TM was that damaged. He wasn't like deep red or anything like that, but now it's really on TM. He's got to survive. He's got to be able to put out that damage and make sure this gets a little bit more even.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help that Zap is also looking a little worse for wear here. That's a deep, dark red. And, oh, wow. No, that's so unfortunate. Now a 2v1 scenario the rest of the way. This is not a good look, especially when it's 2 stocks to 4. Ugh.
Oh, man. Again, the Yoga. Mevv just charges up those side signatures on those gauntlets, and I think Zapapy's just not used to how far those reach. Maybe he's only used to seeing it on Rayman.
Yeah. I mean, it's just funny because it just means he's just that much of a menace here as he is in Street Fighter, too. You know, you see those limbs stretching all over the place, and you're like, how am I supposed to beat that?
No, but in Street Fighter, they're hitboxed, okay? You can at least you can hit it back.
You can hit it back. That is true. But right now, again, Zap's really not even doing that bad right now, considering it was 4 stocks to 2, and now it's 2 stocks to 1.
Yo!
And look at this. This is huge. There's no way, right?
What a clutch moment there from Zapapy to actually take the stock off of Teoxys there and force this into a 1v1. Does disarm himself with that weapon toss, but this is actually suddenly very possible.
Yeah, this is very terrifying. And now we got that bow in hand. This is a matter of trying to find these hits to just kind of get some things racked up just a little bit. I mean, hey, take your time. Don't push anything further than you really need to. And definitely, you know, watch out for this axe.
All right, he's going to look for an axe of his own, but Mevv catches the landing, just perfectly outspaces that landing down air and hits him with a side sig. And that's going to be Lil Mevv and Teoxys taking game number 1.
Yeah, and listen, if I'm if I'm Zap, I'm taking a look at my team partner, TM, deep in the eyes. I'm saying, look, you see what I did? I need you to step it up a little bit, game 2.
Just a little bit. I mean, really, the tragic thing is, like, when you come in here, you're coming on that Teros, one of the highest strength legends in the game, and you're only putting out 360 damage. Everybody else in, like, the 500s. You're like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
If you're going to be putting in that much strength, you got to be also putting in that much damage.
Exactly. I mean, we'll see exactly how it plays out going here. I mean, again, game 1s can always be a little bit rough because, like, it's different in the sense from singles where, like, you just have to learn the patterns of one person. You got to learn the patterns of 2 people, and then you and your partner have to adjust and make the proper, you know, plays to kind of counter those measures and stuff like that. So, I mean, we'll see if they could do a little bit better here because, honestly, if TM just, like, didn't get cheesed a couple times too early, like, this could have been a much different game 1.
Well, we'll see if he can make sure he stays very lactose-free as we're getting into game number 2 here. Zapapy already throwing away that bow spawn. He wants the axe for this matchup.
Everyone is currently armed at the moment. And Teoxys, at risk of losing the stock soon, getting disarmed in the process. TM trying to find a way to ground pound, but not going to find that hit that they need.
Ooh, okay. I like that. TM staying grounded while Zapapy right above him. Gravity cancel side sig, getting a little bit of a high-low coverage there.
Oh, barely living here, going to lose a hammer in the process. Air dodging down to safety and creating a little bit of space for them in the center stage. While Zap did lose that first stock, and now TM following right behind him. And you know what? Team Blue is looking good once again.
Yeah, but they are deep red. Of course, a couple big hits here could even things up for the red team. Downlight recovery not going to do it.
All right, swinging it. Oh,
Okay,
there we go, the double. And now it's actually a really even game. I mean, yellow's really not even that bad, and when you got the Teros at least, like a couple solid hits on both players, like you should be relatively even here.
Everybody who hates heavy weapons is like, dude, that's 2 hits, and they're completely back into it. But Lil Mevv with the offstage, TM's in trouble, and again, Zapapy not able to save. He does the thing where he tries to give coverage, he does the up toss, he tries to be in position, but he doesn't help TM when TM's out of movement.
And I think right now we're kind of getting into the worst case scenario where you lose game 1 and you try to make adaptations, but then you forget that the winning team can also make adaptations, right? Which is what we're seeing right now, I think, because Mevv and Teoxys are killing it.
Yeah, they're doing real solid work here. Lil Mevv on the right side. He ate that hammer recovery, still was able to make it back. Not seeing any follow-ups coming out from the red team, even though they kind of need them.
Yep. I mean, Mevv was definitely doing a really great job on stage, just being a disruptive force, and now closing out a huge stock there. Great edge guard, and now it's another 2v1 scenario, but TM on the one this time does not matter. Not going to get a play to try and make some magic happen as we see blue team close this out once again. And you know what, we were just talking about how, like, you know, the chat was definitely behind them quite a bit, and, you know, they're a little bit of that underdog story, some players that we're not super familiar with, but now look at them, they're up 2-0.
Yeah, they're looking real good. Definitely wasn't expecting this coming into it, but man, I can see why chat really had some faith in Teoxys and Lil Mevv. I want to say like maybe they were watching some of the side stream stuff. Yeah, I got it. I got the information going in the mainstream.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen any scenario where in any game, right, if there is a doubles aspect in that game, you take some players who in singles are pretty good, right? You know, nothing super special to write home about, but then you put them in doubles as well, and it's like they become entirely different players. Like they become so good. And I'm not saying anything about like these guys' singles placements or anything like that. But, but listen, all I'm saying is in doubles, they are certainly rising to the occasion.
Yeah, they are. I mean, this is definitely a breakout performance. Coming in here, PR number 57 and un-PR'd to immediately already have a top 7th placement or top 8 placement, but also potentially more if they win this game.
Right now, yeah, Mevv is putting the work on TM at the moment. Just wash, rinse, repeat off stage. And they're both actually doing it with gauntlets. They're doing the same thing over and over.
Dude, Zapapy was staring down this wall of gauntlets, but it's going to be TM who gets taken out there. Zapapy diving past with the side sig, but now he's stuck, and he's going to eat the ground pound. One more. Zapapy's out of there.
I love it. I love a good alley-oop, man. It's always some of the sickest stuff too. Being able to like catch up with your teammate to like really maximize on the damage and stock potential. Oh, beautiful.
I can tell you as a player in my own rights, I do not have the mentality to be in the right position at the right time. I just hit button.
I mean, it's like, it's just great communication, but also just knowing your teammates so well.
Oh my God, that ground pound! That was so dirty. He went around it.
They both were smelling blood there. They were like, let's clean this up. Look at this. It's 1 stocks or 2 stocks to 6 stocks here. It is not looking good for the red team. All right, they finally got on the board there. Mevv being a little too greedy and definitely got paid for it.
He got cheeky there with the double axe end sig, but ultimately the lead is so massive here for the blue team. Like, as long as they don't throw, things are good.
All right, now let's just see what TMM can do. He's also in a bad spot. Going to be able to survive just a little bit longer there. I don't think you can take another one of those, though, and be able to just walk away unscathed. But there it goes, and now it's a 1 stock to 4 situation once again with Teoxys and Lil Mevv really just kind of coasting.
Yeah. They're like, they can walk into the finish line here. They just got to make sure they're still moving forward. Right now, not so much. Zapapy, he's just going back and forth.
He's just wailing on him with a shovel. It's really funny. But there we go. Finally getting some. Ooh. That closes it out, man, and a quick 3-0 here for the blue team as Teoxys and Mevv. They're going to be pushing forward here.
Yeah, that was impressive showing from Teoxys and Lil Mevv. Coming out here winning 3-0 and honestly making that one look a little bit easy.
I wasn't going to say it, but since you brought it up.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that looked easy.
I called him booty.